Hi there, students. A cornucopia. A cornucopia of things. Okay, this means a large amount of something, a large supply of it. It reminds me of this word, a smorgasbord of, that we had the other day. So a smorgasbord contains a cornucopia of all types of tasty and interesting food and drink. Yeah, there are a cornucopia of adjectives you can use to describe this, and they will make your English sound much better. There was a cornucopia of different plants in the garden, a huge, wide selection, a large number of them. Okay, so lots of, a plethora of. A profusion of, an abundance of, a richness of, a plenitude of, a wealth of. Yeah, there were copious numbers of them. Yeah, they were there in profusion. So, a cornucopia. Okay, a cornucopia traditionally is from Greek mythology, and this is from the goat. A cornucopia was the horn of the goat that suckled Zeus as a baby, and it broke off and it became full of fruit. Yeah, and that was a cornucopia, and often you can see a cornucopia. It's like a horn with lots of fruit in it, fruit and flowers. Look at the drawing in the thumbnail. This is a typical cornucopia. So it's a representation of a horn, yeah, full of flowers and grain and fruit, and this is a symbol of prosperity. It's also called the horn of plenty. Okay, but nowadays we use a cornucopia saying an abundance. With English you will find you have a cornucopia of employment possibilities. I went into the supermarket and there was a cornucopia of different cheeses at the cheese counter. Yeah, okay, so this is just a posh formal word to say a large amount of, a huge selection of. But it's a good word to use. As to formality, I think I'd probably give this word a 7.5. It sounds very literary. It's a really good word to use in your exam writings. I'm not sure I would use it in an informal conversation. Definitely not, unless you were making a joke or something like that. But no. Okay, and then, so, as I said, the cornucopia is the mythical horn of plenty. But I think in the old days, people used to, or when people were harvesting crops in the field, they would have something that was a basket strung on their back that was in the shape of a horn, and they would fill this with the grapes that they were picking or the corn that they were harvesting. And I think this symbolism, or the symbolism of this, is this container slung about over the harvester's shoulder. Yeah, and clearly this is a symbol of abundance, of food, of plenty. Okay, and let's look at a bit of etymology as well. Okay, it comes from Latin cornucopia, which is cornu, a horn, and copia, abundance, copious. Yeah, copia as well. Okay, so a cornucopia, a huge amount of, a huge selection of, a smorgasbord of. Okay, enough then. Yeah, there are a cornucopia of videos in this channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. a cornucopia of things, the horn of plenty.